Have you ever wondered how an idea that starts in a dream actually becomes, well, real? Today, we're going to find out. We're going to take a look inside a single day in the life of creator Nicholas Alexander Benson to see exactly how his inner world becomes something we can all see and hear. And really, that one sentence says it all. For Nicholas, dreams aren't just some random thing that happens at night. Nope, they're the actual raw material, the starting point for pretty much everything he makes. His music, his podcasts, his comics, it all starts there.
So where did this incredibly productive day begin? It all kicked off with a dream, one he logged at exactly 7:02 in the morning, right as he was waking.
Okay, so to really get what's happening in his dreams, you kind of need a quick guide to his world. Through lucid dreaming, he's able to visit this consistent universe he calls the Storyverse. It has its own rules, like this reality-bending energy called lucid light, and a whole cast of recurring characters, including his very own special ops team. So get this. In this dream, he consciously jumps into this world, joins up with his team, and becomes this totally indestructible agent. He just plows through all these dangerous missions, no problem. And the celebration afterward, it's so perfectly him. He makes cinnamon garlic burgers for the whole team. It's that mix of totally epic and slightly weird that just defines his style.
But here's the thing. The dream doesn't just end up in a notebook. This is where it gets really interesting. That one dream becomes the spark for a whole waterfall of creative projects, all happening in just a few hours.
By 9:52 a.m., so less than 3 hours after waking up, he's already teamed up with his AI partner, Gemini Nova, to produce Dreamcast. It's a podcast that does a deep dive analyzing the very dream he just had. And what does the AI think? Well, it connects that feeling of being an industriable agent to his real-world confidence from publishing a comic the day before. The dream wasn't just a fantasy. It was basically his mind taking a victory lap, celebrating his real-world success. And he's not done yet, not even close. Just about an hour later, at 10:33 a.m., that same dream gets a whole new life, this time as a piece of music he calls a dream tune. And if you look at the lyrics, you can see exactly how he does it. He pulls out all the key parts. You've got the purple lit dream. That's the lucid light. You've got that indestructible feeling right up front. And of course, he absolutely had to get in that line about serving cinnamon garlic burgers as the final course. I mean, when you actually lay it all out like this on a timeline, you can really see his superpower. It's this incredibly fast, methodical, creative pipeline. In just under 2 hours, he takes one dream and spins it into 5 different things: art, a comic, a podcast, a song, and even a wiki page to keep it all organized.
All right, so that was an insane morning, right? But that's just the dream-fueled stuff. The day was far from over, and this all has to fit into his wider work as a comic creator.
Later that afternoon, he completely shifts gears to a whole different project. This is the concept for his new comic, Untouched by Enchantment. And what a great idea. A story about a knight getting revenge on the wrong people. That's a fantastic, tragic twist. And you can see that his work is really connecting with people. It's not just him creating in a bubble. Here's another creator, Ellie Mullen, showing some love for his other comics. He's an active part of this whole creative community. And you know, all that consistent daily work, it adds up. It really pays off. On platforms like StoryNext, you can see the results right here. The numbers show that his daily discipline isn't just for him. It's building a real, growing audience. So, after a day like that, jam-packed with all this creation, what does he think were the biggest moments? What stood out to him? He boils the whole day down to these 4 things, and I think what he chose is really telling. It's a perfect mix. It starts with his inner world, the dream. It includes the outer world with an act of service. It's got a huge public achievement, the new comic. And it all wraps up with a moment of reflection, making the daily comic about the day itself. So here's the main takeaway from all this. His amazing creative output isn't some happy accident. It is built on a solid foundation of discipline. The daily logs, the strict schedule, that's the structure that gives him the freedom to be so creative, day in and day out. You know, watching his whole process, seeing a weird little dream about garlic burgers turn into a finished song, it really makes you think, doesn't it? If you took one of your own dreams and treated it like the first step in a project, what kind of amazing thing could you bring into the world?